What a day. Uh, Today is the vlog for May 28th. Um, and I feel like I just saw gray in my eyebrows. I was talking about this with my folks a couple days ago at dinner. My stylist noticed a few months back a few gray hairs popping in. I think I see more in my beard than I see on my head. And if it is gray hair, it's coming in an individual. There could be some gray right there. Maybe that there. But this little thing, that is just a big old wart or mole or growth that is probably where my brain has been leaking out for the last 20 or so years. It has been the constant nightmare of everyone who has ever cut my hair, afraid that they're going to somehow slice it open and blood will just gush straight out all over their stuff. And I'll just be sitting there going, oh, that kind of pinched a little. It's never happened. I've had them run the clippers over this thing many, many times, and it's never been damaged. It's just a part of me that sticks out of my head. And you can only really see it when my hair has been cut this short. But none of that happened today. I got my hair cut a couple days ago, maybe a week ago now. And what I did today was I got up first thing, 6 a.m. My alarm still goes off at 6 a.m. That was Leo's feeding time. I haven't had the heart to switch it up yet because that was also the time that gave me enough time to get to work in the morning. Even though I'm on my 2-month break from work right now, I still like to try and keep that schedule so that it's easier to ease back into when I go back to work at the beginning of July. But I got up this morning expecting it to be quite cloudy, and instead I looked out the window and saw blue sky. So I went out the front door, picked up the paper, saw blue in every direction. Where was this fully cloudy day that I was promised through my weather app? Well, after I got in my car and went down to the park, I saw it. A line, just as clean cut as could be, between clear and clouds. It was as if there was a blanket being pulled over the sky. And having got up at 6 a.m., I then walked for more than an hour, went home and took a shower, and I was ready to pull the covers up back over myself. And I've been a little bit tired all day, but that didn't stop me from going to the movies. One of the benefits of not having work at all means that I can go to the movies quite a bit as long as I can afford it. So I went and saw Solo today. Let me just say right now, you should go see that movie. If you at all are excited by the Star Wars universe or just a great adventure movie or even a heist movie, it's a lot of fun. It's directed by Ron Howard, who's a famous director that's done some really amazing films. Apollo 13 comes to mind, and he did one about these two race car drivers from the 70s or the 60s that were fantastic. That was a fantastic movie too. That was called Rush. And countless other films that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But Solo just felt like it was made by a bunch of people that love Star Wars. And there's a lot to love in Star Wars. Sometimes I get a little worried about the overzealous fans, and I consider myself more of a Star Trek fan. I've watched a lot more Star Trek in my life than Star Wars. There's not a lot of Star Wars to watch, first of all. There's a lot to read, but the extended universe has never been my forte. However, this movie does do something really interesting. It canonizes a lot of things that were not canon after the whole wiping the extended universe out and making room for the new universe as imagined by the new movies. But obviously, there's still room in the Star Wars universe for a lot of the stories, a lot of the elements of the stories that were part of the expanded universe. And now this movie has made a couple of them canon, a word that I don't really like. Official, extra official, if you really want to get weird. But I'm not going to say what. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to spoil anything for you. If you were watching this, if you happened upon it, I I loved this movie. I liked it more than Deadpool 2, and that movie was a lot of fun. I think I might have liked it more than Infinity War, which is definitely a dark film and leaves you feeling a bit drained after you watch it. This movie, Rogue One, also left me a bit drained, although it was a very good movie. This movie does everything I want a movie to do. It's just an enjoyable romp. It was thrilling. Um, it was great to see the origin of Han Solo's career as a pilot. Yeah, could not recommend it more. And now I'm faced with a dilemma. Do I want to go and buy The Goonies on iTunes, since it's not available on Netflix, and watch that tonight before I go to bed? Or do I want to just go crawl in bed? I've been playing a lot of Terraria since I got home, but I am just I'm so tired. I think I might skip on walking tomorrow, even if it is nice. Although if it is nice, I'm probably going to try and walk because I don't want to lose any nice weather. June is coming, and for those of you who might not live in Western Washington, we have a phenomena in weather known as the June gloom. Now, my grandma June is named after the month, and I love her. And in the Midwest, June is a fantastic month. It's the start of the real summer season, even though summer itself won't start until the 22nd or 23rd. June is this wonderful month of warm weather, green everywhere. You know, spring is really coming to a close and it's really transitioning into summer, but without necessarily all the heat. And it's just wonderful. However, in the Seattle area, Western Washington, June's a little bit different. May is a wonderful month which transitions into warm weather. We've had a pretty good May, all things considered. But June is where that cold, damp air that seemed to vanish at the end of March comes back for one last oomph. July and August are beautiful by comparison, but June tends to be quite a lot of gray for quite a lot of the time. And in fact, my dear darling grandmother's birthday, which is Thursday, I believe, is forecast for rain. We'll see if that comes true. Today was forecast for cloudy all day, and I had a beautiful walk, and it didn't really get cloudy until afternoon. So we'll see. However, it looks like even if there is some rain on Thursday and Friday, the weekend itself could be nice with partly sunny weather. So if that's the case, I'm going to be out walking again. And until tomorrow, I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.